bottom. I think we can all agree on that. The Japs did it. Son of a bitch.
The Japs.
You know, I saw a lot of you put your fucking guard down. You're like, hey man, we can arrest the Japs. It's been 100 years. No, shit, no. I'm watching you. I'm watching you, Japs. All right? Sneaky Japs. All right, guys, we got. All right. Fucking stupid show. How about she might not be Japanese, but she's close enough. All right, we got a lot of credit on this one. Never take your eyes off. Come on, man. Trust those fucking Jap chicks, huh? Their pubic hair is straight. That doesn't make any sense, Abe. Everybody's coming hot, boys.
I know who our enemy is. Some call it the deep state. Some call it offspring of foreign enemy invading British billionaires who took our capital around 1800. Some say that's translated into the Jewish mafia. I say we're up against a bunch of pussy, faggot, dyke, tranny, spit, kike, sand nigger, chink, bitch, honky, cracker, nigger, globalist, vampire, gook, wetbacks. What about you?
Everybody's coming hot, so allow it. The ICE people are back out there.
In other words, our enemies are enemies of free speech. Anybody who's okay with what I just said is not my enemy. If you have a problem with what I just said, you might want to go take it up with yourself somewhere. Because I don't give a fuck.
And I don't know what it is about this video. Maybe you guys can explain it to me. Maybe the doctors in the chat. Maybe the psychoanalyst and psychologist in the chat. Is this chick on drugs? Or is this just...
That was some funny fucking shit, wasn't it?
I don't know. Overly cringe. Watch this fucking... I'm so mad. Los Angeles is the new Minneapolis. Los Angeles for once. This place is so...
If you can handle regular ass fucking speech, not ass fucking, regular pussy fucking speech. If you can handle regular speech, then we can be friends.
It's completely full of homeless people, completely full of drug addicts. There's dead people, homeless encampments. They rot. They don't find when they find the dead people in the shrub, the railroad tracks behind the fucking library. It's not like it's like bones. You're like, holy shit, are these ancient Egyptians? No. What? Ancient? What? That was a homeless person. They died 6 years ago. Just nobody knew.
The bush is next to...
But they're all upset at ICE, man. We're all upset about ICE. Oh, show me how mad you are. Show me how mad you are.
Deportation! With liberation! Down with deportation! From Palestine to Mexico! The border walls have got to go!
Each one of these robotic zombie paid protesters would be fucked in a fight against an American.
That doesn't make any sense. Why did you throw something in there about the queers? Huh? Listen, everybody, as we march down Martin Luther Ave in downtown, but
Secret police.
and while we're recognizing the point of privilege of the people, remember, shit. How's that? I support deporting illegal We found oh my God. Are you make sure you put the camera on the brown? On the brown! This entire of the and I swear to God, I can't. I think this chick. I think she's drunk. She said this chick got fucking raped and dragged to white lesbian work parties. She don't know what the fuck she had. Yeah, what do I do with my hands? I don't know. Do some shit. Like you got motherfucking paralysis or something. I don't know. What?
Down, Palestine. Just, they fucked up. Down with Mexico. Down with Palestine. Wait, what? No, this is America. We don't need to hear anything about Palestine or Mexico. Trust me, I want to. I'm here to stop Israel. You know what I mean? They're killing Christians in the West Bank still to this fucking day. They vote and get approved for 18 more settlements, which means they go and destroy the homes and the lives of 18 Christian families in the West Bank. It's time I put a fucking stop to it.
There's no easier way to get better pay. Guys, for fuck's sake, the Republicans and the Democrats, they both masturbated to because that drives down the wages of the middle class. You fucking retards. There's a bigger and a cheaper house. They kick out and they smell better.
That's a good way to put it. Hey, that's a good way to put it, to just sum it up like that. There's no better way to get a bigger paycheck in a cheaper house than to kick out illegal aliens. That's pretty good.
Down, fire.
Bitch is acting for the camera that's right next to her. How stupid. Palestine to Mexico.
Palestine.
Which direction? Depending on which direction you go, you're forgetting a whole bunch of motherfuckers. So you're saying fuck everybody in Australia? Or if you go the other way, you're saying fuck everybody in Africa. Why don't you be a little more inclusive if you think you're really that liberal and shit?
Hey, by the way, donations. Don't worry about them Jews in Palestine. What are you guys so concerned about? Jews taking over Palestine? Washing out the Palestine? You guys can't do all right. Oh, they're supposed to have borders. That's the weird thing. Don't want the Palestinians. Jews, big old fuck you all. Everyone's sitting there going, well, have you the great pyramids of Giza? Look at these wonders of the world. But fuck that. None of them stood pyramids at all. They're going, wow, that's a big fucking wall. Ooh, huge. How you guys built that? This motherfucker. Aliens. Nah, shit, no, they don't want any motherfucking Palestinians. They said, fuck that noise. Oh, shit. I have no idea. But they still out there being fucking still. But we definitely listen to these commies, boys, because head on how to run systems. Oh, wait, no. We can just oh, well, I spent all that money on oh, you guys, electric plows don't work. Oh, guys, son of a bitch. Did you forget your Chevy plows? Why is the number 29 the most frequently drawn in Powerball? The Powerball has a dirty secret they never want you to find out. There's a pattern in the wind. Holy shit, where's the Michael Rappaport? Hold on a second. Michael Rappaport is back, boys. Michael Rappaport. It's a Michael Rappaport.
If you punks had awards, it'd probably be that of Kenny Lattimore, or probably be that of Michael Rappaport and Kenny Lattimore. Joe Biden line.
The board fantastic. What is that? How do plows work? I don't know. Fascinating getting out of the spring a week after the Look at this. Dirty shit. You all said that Donald Trump called one of the cocksuckers. Oh my god. I can't believe that you call it a shell. Can't believe I call it a shell. Why? It's a shell. That shell. Are you kidding me? Again, another place that's big ass wall. Yeah.
I can't believe you told the truth about a third world country.
They said, fuck that Haiti shit. No, we good. We good. We good. It's like, because out of here.
See, they don't want to come over here and figure out how to make their fucking country better. They want to come over here and make ours worse. We've had enough of that shit.
This guy got a Fiat. Look at this over here.
Why don't you come here, learn how the fuck we succeed, and then take that back to your homeland? You ever think about that, aliens? You ever think about that, commies? Get the fuck out of my country. I was born to fucking kill Satanists. To fuck and kill Satanists. Or to fucking kill. Whatever. Come on. Hold on. Let me back off before I go down a dark road. It's just facts as a Christian. What the fuck do you think you were born for?
Holy shit. Fuck that. No, never Fiat. Pile of this fucking 8-month-old.
To convert. To convince them of the way, the truth, and the light. And the life. But since some of them just seem to be killing us over and over, retarding us, sterilizing us, mutating us, mutilating us, poisoning us, and killing us over and over and over and over and over again, shooting our babies up with poison if they make it out of the womb. It's time we fuck and kill back. It's time Christians fuck back extremely hard.
Look at this. Look at this. It's the reality of New York City.
Christians would never poison a baby or kill one
Here's the
or fucking eat or eat one. Do they only eat somebody else's baby? Well, I know that people have babies with their own DNA so that they can inject themselves with it and their bodies don't reject it like they do a foreign organ. The body accepts it because it's quite a bit your DNA. Well, anyway, the more you know, huh? Make America Christian again.
Where's your shovel? Where's
Michael Rappaport.
Look at this. Great luck for you. Look at this guy's never.
Whoa. That's wild. That's wild. It looks like Rappaport's head is just sticking out of the trash. He's got his face in a the top right corner of a small screen, and he's walking down the street in New York, and the road is technically plowed, but all the snow is packing in people's cars, so nobody can drive their car. And on the other side of the car, on the sidewalk, is piles of trash, bags on top of bags on top of bags and bags, and so so there's 3 feet of hard-packed, dirty snow ice on one side of the car, and then there's a mountain of trash bags on the other side. That person's not leaving for a while. And then Rappaport's head is just sticking out between the trash and the car.
No borders, no wall. Can we have a border of shit? Can we do it? How about
New York stinks. I was there in the summertime. And all the businesses and people, I guess, they just set their trash out on the sidewalk at the road. We don't just set the fucking trash here at the road. We put it in a container. We put it in a dumpster in a can. And in New York, they literally just set the bag of trash on the sidewalk every afternoon and every evening. And at night, there's just boom, 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 just the sounds of trash trucks all night. There's the sound of trash trucks pretty much all night, and then they start again in the morning. Okay.
fucking pull out of that? That's fine. Put it right next to. There you go. That's fine. All frozen together. A big old block of frozen fucking trash.
It's down.
Incredible. But
But it's not.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
I want Frank.
It's not that.
She's so mad. She's so mad. I think Democrats want to act. Yeah, fly the fuck out. Gun. Yeah. No, take you back. Pause the Lord. Oh, pause the Lord. Funny, thank you. Not able to act. That's way overacting. Oh, so bad. Oh. If you get shot and survive, if you get shot, your funeral expenses will be paid by the foundation. That's all right. Kind of hard to think of your parents do on these for you. Okay. Thanks, Judge Jed.
Shoot it.
Yep. Do I believe the government is children? Yes. CIA killed JFK. Not bad. I probably been a president. The state makes the most sense. Benefits. And a bunch of emails out there that again, the guy was like, "Hey, I'm not. What was he saying? I'm going to take the Jewish money. What benefactors? One of the TV major donors was like, nah, I'm done. Don't you guys cut money?" And Charlie was like, "Well, maybe we'll start talking about the Jews." And then he died. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no. And it's I live all I'm looking for what is plausible, what is possible, and what is simple. What is simple? I don't like shit overly complicated. Usually, it's like simple stuff. Boys, all right.
The Black Panthers. The cops are scared of us. They see us and they turn right back around.
First got Michael Rappaport.
Those fake Black Panthers are like, the cops see us and they turn right back around.
Speaking of Haiti, remember when Donald Trump said Haiti show? And then all that came out? It's already right.
Yeah, I said what the fuck I want, you racist piece of shit, bitch. I said what the fuck I want, didn't I? Wanted. If it's past tense, I said what the fuck I wanted now, didn't I? Fake fucking Black Panthers out here fronting and fucking posing and shit. Dumbass, you look like you. Yeah, the uniforms are pretty cool, I guess. I mean, I'm not hating on the style or the firearms they carry, but I am hating on the racism. A real Black Panther like Malcolm X knows the difference between a white person and a fucking commie. Do you feel what the fuck I'm saying and shit, my pussy faggot dyke tranny spit kike sand nigger chink bitch honky cracker nigger globalist vampire gook wetback? Do you feel what the fuck I'm saying and shit?
Stupid blonde idiots! How many?
These fake Black Panthers out there are communists. The opposite of Malcolm X's vision. Shame on you, cuck.
How many traffic by the Clintons? Look that up. Don't look that up. Don't look that up. You'll never be able to sleep again. Conan O'Brien. Oh my god. Donald Trump, you asshole. Cool. We're going to start saying
The opposite of Malcolm X's vision.
Can't do that. They'll get right. The consequences. Haiti and violence against women and children. What? I don't know. What the want you to do? Getting raped? No, that sounds like my Black's Law dictionary. I think it's the legal term. No, that's chill. Yeah, chill. No. She wore a shirt. That's
Haiti is great already? Oh, no.
I mean, there's nobody
no.
here. What have friends and family that are retarded? Right now you got the Grammys. The Grammys are
She's wearing a shirt that says Haiti is great already. Oh, no. There's no school days, no work schedule, and you do what the gangs tell you to do. And Susan Sarandon is wearing a shirt that says Haiti is great already. Oh, no. She's CIA. And then Conan O'Brien. Haiti is truly a beautiful country. Conan is CIA. Wow, they just make it so blatantly obvious who the traitors and the mafiosos are, don't they?
and all of these cut are wearing ice out badges and hell.
For the patriots and the legit patriot militias. Fuck the mafias. Fuck the spooks. Fuck the traitors.
At again, the Grammys, where You have to show ID to get into the Grand. You drive to the Grand. Where's that angry fat fucking lesbian? That stupid bitch. No, so get rid of her. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. The damn thing. Hey, go to the Grand. Oh, wait, they got to show ID. Yeah, they got a border. They got a wall. They got cops.
Oh, I gotta be positive. Gotta be positive.
Grand.
I can just quickly say fuck the Satanists, fuck the commies, and fuck the mafias, and still be in a great mood. It's like we need to be in an excellent disposition, positive. Quality of life is higher when you're an optimist, even when you're wrong. It's sorry. Lay down. Lay down. Stop trying to steal my food. Stop trying to steal my fucking food while I'm talking. Lay down. Fuck you. Elon Musk said, for quality of life, it's better to be an optimist and wrong than a pessimist and right. I'd rather be an optimist and wrong. Because once in a while, you're going to be an optimist and right, too. And so it's just like, it's better all the time anyways. And then it's infinitely better sometimes. So, because optimism just makes you feel good. It's knowing things are going in a proper direction. It's knowing that we can win, that good people can win. Every time I talk, the fucking dog tries to go for this meat that's hanging. She takes advantage of me when I'm distracted. So we're learning together. We're forming our relationship. I gave her a little tiny swat on the bridge of the nose, and I instantly felt bad. That's how you know I'm a real Christian, man.
It's not an accident. It's not an accident when they keep giving you suicide. There you go. There you go. There you go. Oh, guys, I must have just misheard. I must have just misheard from the black chick cowboy.
And Bill Maher. Okay, so that's a tweet of Conan O'Brien, but he's also right above that wearing that same shirt. So Bill Maher, Conan O'Brien, and Susan Sarandon all think Haiti is great already.
Right, cowboy chick. Right. Sorry, take it back. Another one?
Send people back to
Love
his
it.
death sentence.
Well, that's like a shithole. Again, I'm wildly confused, boys. I can't send the because they'll get raped. Again, sounds like a show. Can't send them back. The ones that don't get raped, are going to get killed. Again, sounds like a show. Sounds like we were right. Okay, so I should keep here. Hey, criminals. Yeah, we should let them here. Yes, or you're a rapist. No. Show? Well, yeah, you just said it was. Well, you should take a bunch of people from the show. Yeah. You can't send them back to that place that's not a shithole.
Good, I didn't have to hear that ad mispronounce kilos.
Raped. Sounds like what? I'm going to Washington. I'm going to Washington. Gear up though, because I'm going to walk through the hall of Congress. Bad boys right there. That's right. You ever see anything that sexy? That's turn heads. That's what happened when I sold never surrender gold. Not supposed to be stolen. Come on, gold. Red, white, and blue. They'll never surrender. Right on, boys. But these bad boys definitely notice. That's the best part. Walk on their chairs. They're also very comfortable. So they're lightweight, durable, just something out of the box. Have a collector's edition. But I personally would wear them. Right? They're worn, not hidden. That's attitude, whether you're out running errands or dress, you want to make a statement with your feet. They do exactly that without saying a word. So good. They're also killer kids. You got to trust the unique, different. They're just plain awesome. They're also and once they're gone, they go 15% salty. I do. I'll help you. The code or say call again. Save some. Make that statement. The bag slash so and show one of your left wing stupid protests.
I don't want to let you eat the rest of it.
Donald Trump cowboy at the bag. Cowboy. I need a cowboy. I'm a cowboy. Baby.
Riding that night because I sleep all day. Yeah, I can smell a pig from a mile away. Dun, 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 dun. Bet you hear my whistle blowing. My train rolls in. It goes doo 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 like dust in the wind. Well, I hope this isn't censored, but here's a version on Rumble.
Types of retirement savers, and one of them is the real risk during volatility.
This guy will earn my subscription if this is the fully unedited version. Not just the one that allows most of the cuss words, but the one that's explicit and sexual as well. This has to be the fully uncut version.
Cowboy.
Scripts and fake breasts. So they're porno actresses and they're pill heads. Prescriptions and movie roles. Okay, so he wants to pimp out hookers from a hotel. It's not exactly moral. However, this was early on in his career. What's his real name again? I forgot. President Trump uses his first name. He doesn't call him Kid Rock. He calls him by his first name. Hold up. I kind of zoned out for a second. Has there been any censoring yet? It's doing that fluctuation shit with the volume. No. Can't do it. Shame on you, SIGOPS. Shame on you. Not gonna comment. Not even gonna thumbs down it. Let alone follow you. I'm out of there. Boom, outie. The proper lyrics there were seeing a slimmy and a fat rolled down my window and said, "Yeah, this dick bitch right in your ass." That's the actual words to the song. And I'm tired of fucking censorship. You stupid pieces of shit. You worthless fucking cucks. Not that guy in particular, but he's obviously in there with it, you know. Whatever.
You sense it's happening.
Find a better version before you post it on Rumble, please.
Now, number one New York Times bestselling author Peter Schweitzer gives us the proof.
I'm not going to search through fucking YouTube and listen to 5 different versions. Listen to 5 different versions before I finally do find the one that's fully uncensored, if it's even still there, yet the fucking quality of the audio's down. So it's called like suck my dick and shit if you're a fine heterosexual chick.
Blurred vision and concerns about deteriorating sight. Do not have another.
Right. It's basically saying people without human souls. And they're using this term sort of constantly as a pejorative. And people are, pointing that out and going, no, this is actually a thing. And then other people are saying, well, but don't blame all Jews. But obviously it's a part of what Jeffrey Epstein was doing, and it was a big part. And it's kind of weird. There's all this new information, but I'm going to be repeating myself a lot because.
So they're out here chopping up and eating babies, and they won't let us say. Curse words. They don't want us to hear cuss words, but they're chopping up babies. Do you see the disparity? And I'm not for anal sex, but I want to hear what the fuck Kid Rock's actually saying in the song, It's called Bend Her Over and Insert Into the Pussy, Still bend over and have all the fun with the ass cheeks, but it's called Insert Into the Pussy, and insert your dick into the vagina is what the fuck it's actually called,
We've known all of this forever, but now that people are understanding it, maybe further, explanation is required. The word is mafia. Everybody knows how mafias work. It's not confusing. It's not racist. It's not hateful. Mafias exist, and everybody knows mafias exist. Mafias have an ethnic component to it. There's the Italian mafia, the Jewish mafia, the Romanian mafia. There are all sorts of mafias, and they have an ethnic component. Everybody knows that. That doesn't mean that every Italian is in the mafia. It doesn't mean the mafia is exclusively Italian if that's the racial component of that particular criminal class. Okay, so there's a Jewish mafia. Yes, their ethnicity is a part of it. It doesn't mean every Jew is in on it. And just like every mafia, there are components of it that are in the private industry space. There are components.
I've heard the argument from supposedly heterosexual men. The asshole's so tight. And I'm like, wow, your dick's that small? That's the first thing that hits my mind. Please stop doing that, man. You're just whining and whining. And so, yeah, I guess it's not your fault if you were, if your mama took Tylenol when you were a baby, if you were vaccinated as a child, if you were exposed to microplastics throughout your development and still currently, if you've been lied to about healthy fats, because cholesterol is actually a precursor to testosterone. And they for some reason, our government didn't want us to know about that. Well, I know the reason. We were conquered long ago. We were conquered by enemy, and we're enslaved now. And they kill us every way they can, or profit off of us if we survive. And it's also not your fault if you're being poisoned in the air by DARPA's heavy metals. And so all of those things could lead to a small penis, right? Right? A docile small penis. Kind of like a relaxed, kind of like a low energy man. And then, so the goal is to increase your energy level and your cock size, increase your testosterone level, and break free of the tyranny and the slavery we've been under for a couple 100 years. Break free of the bad wishings that they want for you. And you won't choose the wrong hole.
Of it that are in the political space. There are components of it that are in the union organizing space. all of it's kind of pseudo-legal and pseudo-illegal. It's all in that gray area where, they're technically have the funding to do this, but it's not going to the people it's supposed to. It's just a mafia. It's not that complicated, not that confusing. It's not that difficult to determine what's actually going on here. This is a worldwide, global Jewish mafia that Jeffrey Epstein was a part of, that interacts with, or has its headquarters in the nation state of Israel, which makes it extremely convenient to run this mafia. Because once you have a nation state and all of the powers that come with that, then you can really get away with anything, especially if what you're getting away with is happening in a country who is seemingly suicidally dedicated to the alliance with that foreign state, Israel. You can print passports, you can claim things for national security, to hide it from everybody. I'm telling you, there's so many things. So what we're going to do is I'm going to come back and I'm going to explain to you how to access these documents, how you can start investigating this, how you can start digging into this and finding things out for yourself. Well, one of the things they do in these documents is like spelling things on purpose, so you can't search it. You try to search, whatever, Little St. James. Notice that, well, they spell it St. Jones for some reason. Wow, he's really bad at spelling, or is it a way to try to avoid discovery? So we need as many eyes on this as possible, scouring these documents, discovering things. I'm going to explain how to do that. I'm going to try to give you some background on how this whole thing developed and where we got, how we got to where we are now. And then we'll get into some of the more outrageous, insane, I don't know how to put it, horrifying revelations from this document tranche. And I'll try to explain how it folds into everything else going on in the world today, including a frankly hilarious attempt by the Daily Mail to claim that Jeffrey Epstein was a member of the KGB, that this was all the doing of Putin and the big bad Russians, despite the fact that the actual documents themselves show that Putin is a number one.
We have to stop the tyrants. All of them.
Enemy of.
And no, President Trump is not one of them. You only believe that if you watch the wrong news. Every time I try to talk to somebody, they think Trump's the enemy because they're just getting a trickle down of a secondhand of a Smith-Munn Act repeal. A lie from our government given to the fake news, mainstream media. It's sick. It's so fucking sick and disgusting. It's a shame. How can a regardless of the fact that he's a fucking he's the leader of the Muslim Brotherhood, it turns out, Obama, and he's a tranny fucker. Anyway, man, how the fuck can one guy repeal an act that was like, done by Congress or a judge or something? What the fuck are we talking about? Oh, Congress backed him in the repealing of it. Is that what happened? Because it was all uniparty deep state, false left-right paradigm? Yeah, that's a bunch of motherfuckers like me, bitch. Should be on the lookout for them.
This mafia that we're talking about. So we're going to get all of this, just a gigantic show ahead. I do want to remind you to go to thealexjonesstore.com. And if you can't support us for being right about this, I mean, what do we do? We were 20 years ahead of the curve on this. Alex Jones was covering this back in the early 2000s. It's finally all come to fruition. It's finally all coming to light. And what I hope people can understand now is,
I imagine traders of this great grand nation would be scared Because they knew there were a bunch of people like me.
The whole time, I have strategized with all of this stuff in mind. Donald Trump got
what does that even mean?
That this came out at all.
What does that even mean? What do you think you even mean by that? What's the interpretation you expect me to get from that? It's art? Is it art? Or are you trying to sound what would you call it? Put down the e-cig beer, just holding that thing. Remember what I did? Oh. You got stretch with a while. All right. Yeah, that's nice. It's amazing. It's great. It's great. If you ain't got your health, you ain't got shit. My mama told me that my whole life. That's assuming you survive the vaccine regimen and you make it out of the womb in the first place. And your parents were fertile to conceive you because they weren't sterilized. So we got a lot of stuff we're battling right now. It's like I'm trying to start my own business, and so I'm being stubborn right now. I'm waiting for this snow to melt. It's not laziness. I'm working my ass off on Rumble, whether they're paying me or not, whether they even want me to or not. I'm making sure my voice gets heard. I've had a lot of things that my whole life I've probably been trying to figure out, and I pick up little pieces here and there, put them together and see if they'll fit with these other pieces. And if anything, I've learned on this journey of 510 videos that I haven't deleted. I mean, that's just what's saved on Rumble. And then I'm not even acknowledging YouTube anymore. It's like, hey, if they don't delete my channel, it's kind of like just a little resume piece or something. Yeah, I almost have 5,000 subscribers on YouTube, but they don't show my stuff to anybody. And it's fine. I'm not for everybody. But I shouldn't be discriminated against either. And at some point, that's what the record is going to pretty much show. And I mean, that's what it's going to look like. I mean, this guy's made 2,000 videos and he's only made $5. Is somebody seriously actually hating on him? Does he have grounds to sue somebody? Or do companies have to follow the Constitution of this great grand nation? Would they if they were honorable?
For us, celebrate at store.com.
Every guest I've had in studio the last 6 months, I've given our medical grade USB methylene blue. I don't even tell them what it's going to do. I just say, here, take this, see what happens. 30 minutes, every guest has gotten energy like they've never experienced. Clarity, focus. It's like a fog. Critical thinking goes to the next level. And that's what the science shows it does in ourselves. It's not a stimulant that has that effect. It turns up the literal electrochemical electricity in the body. And so, here a few months ago, you know what it was. Long time, so sure he'll take it. Heard Kennedy talk about it. He took it, and it was so game-changing. In the last few months, he grabbed a bottle again, wanted more. The first thing he wanted was to take some more before he went live on air. That's how Because you came in saying, I want more methylene blue. And then I looked over when you went on there, you already slurped some down. Your mouth was blue. I said, your mouth was slurped. So, how much is the correct amount to put in? About that much? Yeah. Counting those 3 Roberts. What's wrong? You gave me some last time. I think you gave it on air. You totally feel the difference. I used the bottle you gave me. It's great. It totally makes you feel it. It just keeps your energy level up and plateaued without loss. So I love it. I used the bottle you gave me, and I came back to us and just
See how Alfred talks like that.
We'll certainly give you all you want. We also have the strongest medical grade. It's super good for you.
I guess they're not all bad.
But it's a workout. It's what does for your skin, your libido. So you've been on it a few months. I just had that one bottle, but you're saying no letdown. That's the best part. It's not an amphetamine. It's not a speed, but it feels like that. I see RFKs on it. Yeah, I just used a bad bottle, and so for a couple of weeks,
He's a damn good talker.
Energy, but it's not speed. It's not caffeine.
He even made sure he didn't sound redundant by throwing in that RFK.
Blood skips 3 levels of the oxygenation process of the cells. It's next level. It's incredible. And they've suppressed it. And my medical doctor
Every time you repeat yourself, people lose interest immediately.
USB grade.
No matter what you're talking about.
And then our sponsor got this super strong one. I'm like, oh, let me try it. Whoa. I mean, it funds the operation. You haven't gotten
I mean, as long as you don't repeat it exactly,
real USB grade.
You'll be all right.
TheOxfordStore.com. You are missing out. It's so good for you. 99% of people, it's more than that. Like 400 people, maybe 2 or 3 didn't feel it. Some get totally freaked out. They're crazy.
Realize what you're doing?
First, take a very low dose the first time. You can't get real SRIs and other things. It is amazing. TheOxfordStore.com. So, it's not psychosomatic. It's not psycho. You feel it. Feel it. Well, I didn't tell you what you were going to feel. How fast did it kick in?
No. Get back to your spot. You're still learning. I'm learning how to teach you.
Instant energy, but without the caffeine. Focus. What I felt was focus, mental focus. Probably like why you were as intense as you are, Alex. It's made me more intense. Well, I was taking full doses at first, and then working out so hard to jacked. Well, I've cut back. The point is, I would take it every 3 days now because it's crazy. Everything we sell is working and it's good. That's what I want. I mean, I'm doing a restaurant and I'm serving dog food to people that are going to come back. But I mean, this thing is most dramatic, quick acting, and it's good for you. It's just insane. And if I could just get a few more percentage of the audience to buy it, all our problems would solve. Patrick Byrne was totally blown away by it, as every other guest we've given it to has been blown away.
Okay.
Frontal assault on the lives of a new world order. It's Alex Jones.
Never.
Happen right here on the Alex Jones Show. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Alex Jones Show. I'm your host.
I don't want it.
Glad you're here with us. The 1st of February. Revelation. Truly.
All 3 of my dogs ate a bunch of pork steak.
Shocking information out of the Jeffrey Epstein documents dump that was by the Epstein Transparency Act passed earlier last year by Thomas Massey, Rokana, and others who were not satisfied with the fake out false releases of the Epstein files, like the big binder celebration. Now, not a lot of people who were there at the White House receiving the fake Epstein, Part 1 documents that were stuff that had been out for years. Fake out. This whole saga has been so bizarre.
They're on my desk.
The whole thing has been so weird. For like 20 years almost, 15 years or so. Alex,
I have thousands of Epstein files on my desk right now.
or people like us, the only ones talking about Jeffrey Epstein. Then he gets arrested in 2019, dies in his jail cell in circumstances impossible to be the suicide physically can't happen the way that they said it did, and we know that it did. And I've got some documents that prove that from this latest release. But then it really blows up and it goes mainstream, and Epstein didn't kill himself becomes sort of a watchword for what everybody discovers, in 15 years after we did. And of course, there's people.
I have to raise a son. I have to teach him how to arm wrestle. He'll be one of the greatest arm wrestlers to ever live. I mean, and a lot of people have been and will be.
Before that, in 2016, which is basically proven absolutely true across the board.
Plus, he'll have the muscle in his arm that I kind of ripped out of mine doing stupid stuff. My right arm was a lot stronger before I ripped that muscle out. Before something detached from my wrist and rolled all the way up to the top of my arm. From the wrist to the shoulder. Can you believe that? From the wrist to the shoulder? Or right below the shoulder? That's crazy, huh? That's a huge piece missing. And then still get 5 arm wrestling trophies, state champion trophies after that? Hella badass. Maybe I should see what my left can do.
Documents that are just filled with references to pizza. In fact, there are enough references to pizza in ways that you think using code words, you could actually put some effort into it, right? You actually pick words that could be what is being discussed. Like, during the 2016 scandal, you had people going, "Yeah, you dropped a pizza-related map, and I need to return it to you." And it's like, all right, that's kind of suspicious, but I guess maybe giving him a map to his favorite pizza places, like ostensibly, I guess so. But then when you're like, "Hey, we have a delicious, succulent 2-year-old slice for the 7 adults to share," it's like, you're not even trying. You're not even trying to get away with this. You're sort of as a thing to do, but you're not actually scared of being caught because it's obvious what this code word means. It's certainly obvious it is a code word. So they really weren't all that worried about this type of stuff being discovered. They would have gone through, more effort to hide it. In fact, there are emails in this tranche that expose that there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that they thought was too sensitive for email. So everything that we have now, ostensibly stuff that they thought wasn't that big of a deal. Okay, and there's stuff about forced abortions, kidnapping babies, selling babies.
When you get rid of the fear and love of God, you get rid of the fear and love of everything else. Oh no. You open up the door for the fear and love of everything else. Wait. I think they both make sense because, you're going to enjoy life a lot. You're going to enjoy life a lot more when God's on your side. So you will have more in that scenario. Never mind. So I guess that's a Kanye West quote put into the Nick Fuentes intro.
Murder parties. I mean, it's crazy stuff, but apparently not enough to warrant off of easily accessible email servers.
So did he make one small critique of his buddy that goes by Clavicular? And now everybody's hating on him? Or that might have happened with a few people.
But there are emails in there that say, for example, somebody asks Epstein, anybody who has influence over Bashar al-Assad, president of Syria. And Jeffrey Epstein responds, not for email. Not for email. Okay, so there are certain things they were doing and involved in certain discussions they were having that were too sensitive for email. So everything we're seeing here, they apparently thought it wasn't that big of a deal, which really shows you where their mindset is and maybe the hints into what else discuss over email. And let me do this first, because I had trouble with this, and I found this post extremely helpful myself. And Alex Jones retweeted it on his @RealAlexJones. If you want to follow it there, it's from Black Sheep Rise on X. For those curious about helping, here are the locations of the official documents: justice.gov/Epstein. So you go to that website, justice.gov/Epstein. You navigate to the DOJ disclosures section. There's a big button. I think it's the top one, or maybe the second down. It just says DOJ disclosures, and I think it has a number like 4482, something like that. And data sets 9 through 12 are the ones that have just been released. Okay, this is the primary Epstein library at justice.gov/Epstein, hosting all the material. Navigate to the DOJ's disclosure section. The most recent batches are data sets 9 through 12 or higher, depending on updates, which contain the January 2026 releases. Files are organized into downloadable data sets, including core records, investigative materials, photos, videos, and more. Some content, like victim identities, is redacted, and there are warnings.
Would you rather have Optimus Prime or Big O?
About sensitive or graphic material. All right, so that's how you do it. You can access these files directly from .gov server site and yourself and share what you find.
Big
Guys on this, that's possible, even though it seems like everybody and their mom stuff. There can always be things that are missed. There can always be connections made because you have certain knowledge that nobody else has. So we need as many eyes on this as possible. And the fact that the way this is going, I remember Pizzagate. I remember trying desperately to get people to care about the bombshell revelations that came out in WikiLeaks from John Podesta and Hillary Clinton, and sacrifices to Moloch being discussed with the Rothschilds. Y'all remember that? Everybody knows the sacrificing chickens to Moloch line. You remember it was Hillary Clinton talking to the Rothschild? I'm pretty sure. Maybe double check that, but I'm fairly certain. The Rothschilds are all over this. Epstein, Rothschild agent, in documents.
Rothschild.
I think I can explain this quickly.
Yeah, I heard Putin deported the Rothschilds out of Russia. Is that a thing? Did that really occur? Oh, why are you doing that? That's not really nice of you. You just wake up and want to finish it. Do you not have a memory? Do you not remember I said we should save that?
Going on for a very long time. Most intelligence agencies, in fact, came out of the banking system of the Rothschilds that they developed in Europe in the 1700s and 1800s. That eventually got itself its own country called Israel. They now operate as the headquarters of this international spy ring. Now, with that, I want to go to reports from Alex Jones. We've got lots of reports from Alex Jones coming on today's show, so don't go anywhere, but be sure to share this on his X @RealAlexJones. Here's Alex Jones with another report about Jeffrey Epstein, this time with transgenderism. Let's watch.
Robert Travers, the evolutionary research scientist at Harvard, is in scores of messages with Epstein going back over a decade before they launched the whole transgenderism mass rollout, talking about how they would use this for purpose for transhumanism and they came out their humanity, that we would accept little girls becoming boys and vice versa. We would accept human cloning, designer babies, which I've told you 25 years plan. I was reading the Townstown Institute and my 6 documents from the 80s that first engineered and planned this. So the core media pushes what?
She's getting good at catching the food out of the air. One of them is. One of my 3 dogs can do it.
We're sad, it's about parental rights, and so much more. It's about pedophilia. You can't rape your child because there's a social taboo. Yes, there should be. They can chemicals or surgeries. You can read all the emails that are on Infowars.com and the DOJ data dump of them obsessing over this. And they had their ranch medical facility. The mad scientist angle. Yes, the pedophilia is important, but the money laundering, the Mossad, the CIA, the MI6, that's why they got covered up. That's why the deep state wanted Trump to block it, not because he was involved. And now that Trump's seen this all come out, he said, I'm vindicated. See? Well, now you got to prosecute him, Trump. This whole house of cards is coming down. This is so historic. This is so powerful. Just like the populist movement force he files out. Now they want the prosecutions because Trump is not involved now.
Oh, my
But if he continues to allow the deep state to obfuscate the accessory after the fact, 10 times on the future crimes the deep state commits, Trump, we know you're not going to do that. You're the right thing. Are going to get the truth out one way or another. Stay with us to share this report. We're live right now at Infowars.com/show and our video on Rumble, the Also channel, and the Mighty Action Real House Show. Share those feeds.
Share those links, folks. And I gotta say, feels like winning. I mean, it feels like we're winning. I'm still kind of blown away that we got this stuff released, and it's such volume. Like, that's the craziest part is how much has come out already. That's just absolute bombshell stuff. I'm torn where I'm just like, I guess I can start just talking about all of it because I got like tons of crazy stuff. It's like the whole Norway was asking Epstein for parenting advice. The son apparently that he advised about
It's not
now being convicted for raping 4 girls. Maybe not actually. I mean, international political discussions. They're talking about Putin. They talk about Trump, but not in friendly ways whatsoever. I got videos from CNN. I'm like, I don't just want to sound like a crazy person from article to article and topic to topic without your through line to provide a narrative structure, but maybe that's what this requires. Maybe full schizo mode and start jumping from story to story. That's how I'm absorbing it. It's frankly a little bit overwhelming how much we're learning. And go back in the past, like how we got here and how that was covered up in part by Jeffrey Epstein, how they took over social media outlets, and specifically the more dissident, like 4chan and Reddit. Jeffrey Epstein convinced the owner of 4chan to open up the politics board again as a containment zone so they could drive people there and spy on people there. Everything about this is just completely insane. But I feel like this one I'm about to show you, posted by Lord Bebo at my Lord Bebo on X, is a good place to start to lay the groundwork to establish one thing for absolute certain. Jeffrey Epstein was not the boss. Jeffrey Epstein had bosses. Jeffrey Epstein was not a kingpin, he was an operator. Just like Darth Vader is the emperor, right? And in fact, is a slave to the emperor. Jeffrey Epstein, likewise, was an agent of wider, bigger, more powerful forces than him that were controlling him and, of course, giving him access to everything that he had. To understand Jeffrey Epstein, you have to understand that this was a mafia, but it was a mafia that, to a large degree, controls intelligence agencies. So you can really get away with anything and you can create anyone. That's how Jeffrey Epstein became a billionaire. He wasn't a genius, he didn't invent a product, he didn't come up with a novel hedge fund strategy that nobody else figured out before. He was recruited as an agent, given a position as a billionaire, given billions of dollars to use at the discretion of his bosses to insinuate himself into high society so that he could fund scientific endeavors in order to get early access to the technology they were developing. This was all a gigantic, still is, by the way. I don't know if you know this. The network didn't die with Epstein. And when you know this, because the network killed Epstein. Okay? But clearly, when a man is murdered for possibly wanting to release information about the criminal network he's involved in, that criminal network still exists and is still unbelievably powerful, able to kill a person inside a high security federal prison and get away with it scot-free. That's the level of power that we're dealing with. Still in operation. Jeffrey Epstein's dead, but he was killed by his bosses. So this was this is an email from the tranche, confirmed. After Jeffrey Epstein died, his brother was threatened with someone saying, "I'll choke you like your brother." And they say your brother's mistake was that he wanted to tell the court everything actual email. Pull it up from my lord. And all this, it's backwards order, right? Because the way the email list is organized. On Monday, 2020, somebody had an email address called like Kill Pudgy. So I guess Pudgy was Epstein's brother. And so an anonymous person writes to Epstein's brother, quote, "Hey Pudgy, you have two sources. You have two choices. Or tell the court you partnered with your brother, or we will kill your family like your brother." Okay? You have two choices. Either tell the court that you partnered with your brother, or we will kill your family like we killed your brother.
We have to kill.
Later that day, they sent another one. Hey Pudgy, your boss.
We have to kill those Israelis and Rothschilds who are doing this.
My boss is a very kind person. He loved your brother. Your brother's mistake was that he wanted to tell the court everything. The boss wants to. He just wants to see if you know him or not. What's the boss's name? You want to talk about spycraft? You want to talk about Bond type stuff? This is what we're dealing with here. Testing him for a code word. Do you know who the boss is? Say the name of the boss. Again, that's testing, right? If you don't know the answer, the boss will be very upset. You don't know my boss. It's true. So I think what I'm saying, like they're checking to see whether Epstein's brother was privy to some of the more sensitive information. Testing him, hoping that he's like I know who the boss is. Kill him. I'm unsophisticated strategy here, but maybe it's not supposed to be sophisticated. It's just a death threat. So then the next day, apparently the brother doesn't respond, and the next day he gets another email. You don't know our boss's name, I'm sure. If you know him, tell us. He wants to. Just because you don't answer doesn't mean you don't know your brother's killers. It's true. You know that if you tell the police something, we will kill your children. Hey, bitch, don't you want to answer? If you don't answer, I'll suffocate you like your brother.
Whoa.
And finally, on the 26th of May, you don't know us, I'm sure. You have beautiful children. F your children. Which one should I kill first? You know no one knows who we are. I want to kill them in such a way that no one can tell how they have died. We have documents that show you had a partnership with your brother. I want to do something to see the death of your loved ones. We will kill one of your children in 72 hours. Stupid. Okay. So that was the email sent to Epstein and his lawyer, Stacey Richmond, from an anonymous account called pudgykiller@fastmail.com. Sent to Epstein's brother a couple months after Epstein was killed. Now, like everything in this, I guess we have to suggest the fact. This sounds pretty real. I mean, this sounds pretty messed up and real. It could be fake. It could be an anonymous person just trying to get one over on Epstein's brother, seeing if maybe get something going. But that would be a very ballsy thing to do. That would be a pretty ballsy thing to do if you're not actually involved in this. You have to be real confident of your skills as like a hacker or whatever to see that Jeffrey Epstein was killed. You're like, I know, I'll inject myself into this international spy drama. People apparently kill anybody they want without repercussion. So I don't know. It doesn't seem like the type of thing for kicks exactly. Yeah. And I think derived from this that there probably were bosses for Epstein. At least one. I have my own ideas, but I think that's fairly clear. And I think that to me is one of the more important emails out of the whole thing. I'm saying that Jeffrey Epstein wasn't pulling strings, very high up in a number of a shockingly wide array of societal things. I think in the next hour, I'm going to go to the report from Ben Swan about pizza. He got him fired from his job in the mainstream crack down on Pizzagate. Just to explain how we got to uncovering this in 2015, 2016, emails that are basically mirrored in a lot of the Epstein emails, and how it was shut down forcibly in really the most insane way ever, as we've described over and over. People don't know this because I saw people online saying, "Why did we ever abandon Pizzagate? Like, why did we stop looking into that? It seems like now, in retrospect, it was kind of maybe we should have delved down on that." Our response is, of course, nobody abandoned it. We were forced to drop it because some dude, one of the pizza places mentioned, fired a single bullet that happened to hit the computer's hard drive, didn't surrender to me, and a violent conspiracy theory that inspires shootings to happen. So now we can't talk about it. Now we have a reason to censor it because it wasn't just conspiracy theory about elite pedophilia. Now it was inspired dangerous activity. That and a lot of people mentioned in it started suing everybody involved, so everybody shut up about it. But it was never fake. It was never baseless.
I need my hands in an arm wrestling match. It sucks that I ripped like a quarter of my arm out. I blew almost a quarter of my fucking arm out, man. Can you believe that shit? Well, anyway. I've hurt myself seriously 3 times hanging out with this same one person. And his brother. I'm so glad I don't hang out with the wrong crowd anymore. I mean, don't hang out with anybody anymore. I'm always just with my dogs on camera. And usually live streaming. So reading shit like that is like, man, how many people are out there that think they can just talk to you like that and do that to you, you know? Talk to you like that and do it, or just do it, or just talk to you like that. All 3 are bad. Obviously, just saying it's not not that bad, I guess. But, well, that was definitely considered saying something bad. He said, I'm gonna kill one of your kids in 72 hours. Damn. Actually, that's comforting. I like that sound. Give it a rest now, please. You have no concept of generosity or sharing. This sucks. You have no consideration for how much I've eaten. I'm bigger than you are. You've eaten almost all of it. I've only had just a few bites. We're both in training.
Never just and Alex Jones tweeted a lot of these. If you want to find them at his X account at Real Alex Jones. The Epstein files and confirmed as authentic emails below. Jeffrey Epstein talked about a large number of adults sharing a piece of pizza and torturing it. Which again, like, it does all kinds of like
We have to kill.
Where they're like in the prison. Like, did you get the?
We have to kill these people that are doing this to these babies.
Cake? They're like $300,000 cake, but the real cake with the icing on it. It's like, why? It's obvious. You got a shipment of nice.
When I say that, I believe Jesus Christ is going to allow us to. I think he wants us to. In this particular case. Right? Or in cases like this. When we're dealing with baby eaters. Torturing babies and then killing them. They're dismembering the babies while they're still alive, I bet. Right? It's time we kill in the name of Jesus Christ. That feels so good to say. It's like I have big brass balls, isn't it?
Powdered white sugar from Columbia. It's like, what are you doing? What? That's what this is. Okay, we're all going to share and torture a piece of pizza. Oh, okay. Interesting. Remember walnut sauce and all these. Covered all this years ago. Now it's. Oh, yeah. So, right now. Shot one. Later killed by police in 2021 after a traffic stop. So. All over the Epstein files.
The fuck was I born for?
Ridiculous. Here are more real Epstein files released by the DOJ Friday. They mirror documents released in the fall of 2016, rather. Ice cream milk. I mean, they up a little bit, but a long story short, pizza equals child sex slave. There's a photo that some people are saying is fake, some are real, but it has been confirmed that Zoran Mamdani, elected mayor of New York's mother, was involved in the Epstein files, which would be an awakening. Left was capable of such a thing, that the champion, the anti-Zionist, radical left-wing Zoran Mamdani, was sort of groomed for this position by a bunch of Zionists. Maybe you want to start asking questions about that.
What? No, you're interjecting yourself
No,
inappropriately.
there were
Stop,
pictures of like a baby. Wasn't a baby
Appropriate,
inside
get
these
back.
pictures. He
Lay
would have
down.
been a little bit older.
Lay down.
But his mom was definitely associated with him. And, you know, they're like Uganda. I don't know. It's another total puppet, front, plant of this cabal, this mafia. Talking trash about Donald Trump, founder Harvey Levin, in his files described as helped run a PR effort to pedophile Jeffrey Epstein, victims / accusers. Yet TMZ stayed eerily silent on the entire document dump. Their accusations, I'll say alleged, but this is what's being discovered by investigators looking into the document dumping, just like TMZ. I don't think I finished this thought. You should be noticing right now who's not talking about this. Ben Shapiro said there were no Epstein documents. I said I didn't ever get them, but there still are. They seized 40 terabytes of information from Jeffrey Epstein. Everything that's been released now can fit on a thumb drive. What they actually have takes like 4 terabyte, or like whatever. They have a ton of information, tons of that haven't been released. All of this still exists. Ben Shapiro said it never. Now, the thing Zoran Mandani could be Epstein's son, I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. And this may be the thing we need to guard against most at this point. It's no revelation, like the fact that Zoran Mandani was likely by this pedophile network to be mayor of New York, come out of nowhere. An elite, he's a member of these exact circles planted here to play a role that he isn't actually in reality. Realizing that, and realizing
A role that doesn't actually exist, yeah.
how are involved in covering stuff, including people
Accepted.
that were one time refused to say
A role that doesn't exist except in grift networks that print money you allow them to.
back on from all the way back in 2016, got him fired about Pizzagate. So you know it's real. Again, I want to
That have black budgets you allow them to.
say this is a report. I support us by going to thealexjohnstore.com. Get yourself one of the new incredible knives. It's a knife I carry as an everyday carry. Incredible stuff. Thealexjohnstore.com. Keep us on the air. This pedophile network, satanic cabal.
The best supplements, the widest apparel and knives at the and they have some awesome daggers, awesome trench knives. That's what we're about. I said I want my selection of high quality folding knives, flip knives. So people have a one-stop shop. They got in a few thousand knives. They sold out very quickly. 4 or 5 great designs. They had a bigger shipment in just the last few days. Our sponsor, really top flight knives. These knives, this knife right here you see in the green, highest quality, massive steel, all of it. They sell in stores for $75 all day. We're selling for $40, $47. Okay, so look at that flip. Flips right out. Got a nice little, my signature on it, real small, nice little memento for the broadcast. That is a really nice knife. It clips on your belt buckles. We have it in the green. We have it in the murdered out black. We have it also in silver without a big black top. Those are great knives. Those are the new designs. Now, there's 200 left of the Skull Crusher World War II trench knife with the Spartan tip of the spear. So they held those back. Those are available. A little bit left they held back in their overstock of the Fire of this Beauty. But this is a really cool knife. Alex Jones Phantom folding knife. Limited stock of that came back in. Also, the Alex Jones burnt orange folding knife. And this is the knife that sold out the quickest fitting knife. They had 500 of these. 1,000 now just came in. The first one sold out like hours.
No,
Alex Jones.
it doesn't mean
Those are popular. It's awesome. Got that ring on the back. Got the deal.
Please.
It's really
No,
nice.
it's very
Those
rude.
are all
Highly
in stock
remedial.
right now at thealexjohnstore.com. While you're at it, get methylene blue iris, sea moss, and more. Check out the Patriot Apparel, thealexjohnstore.com.
Eat the bug.
A frontal assault on the lies of the New World Order. It's Alex Jones.
Story weeks ago, our man decided to for himself. This man right here, he carried a rifle into a pizza parlor and then fired it at the floor. Entire story is a hoax or fake news. But what does that mean? I spent the last month investigating. So what exactly is pizza? And are there any actual facts to support the story? I'm going to warn you. What we're going to talk about tonight is disturbing to some people, but this is a reality. Hacked emails from Clinton campaign chairman John Podesta. In all, WikiLeaks dumped around 50,000 emails, and it was from those emails that the claims that John Podesta may be part of a child sex trafficking ring come from. And to be clear, not one single email in the Podesta emails discusses child sex trafficking or pedophilia. That is a fact. But there are dozens of what seem to be strangely worded emails dealing with pizza and handkerchiefs. Self-described online investigators say that those words in the emails about pizza and the talk of handkerchiefs is code language by pedophiles. So how did a DC pizza parlor get pulled into the story? Well, again, read any mainstream report and they indicate that Comet Ping Pong Pizza was somehow linked to this fake story and has no relation to anyone involved. But the truth is, that's not true either. What media is ignoring is that the Comet Ping Pong Pizza place is actually referenced in the Podesta emails at least a dozen or so times, and that the owner of that place, James Alphantis, is a friend of John Podesta. He was actually named, this is kind of strange, by GQ magazine as one of the top 50 most powerful people in Washington. Yet now, facts here. There's no solid evidence that Comet Ping Pong Pizza is being used to run a child sex trafficking ring. But there are some very strange.
He actually looks like the dude that plays Dexter, and was also in 6 Feet Under. Only he's got a bigger forehead and his eyes are wider apart. Kind of looks like him, though. At least in this picture. James Elephantis. Huh, what a sick fuck. Somebody used to kill you, bitch.
Connections between Comet Ping Pong Pizza and a second pizza place 2 doors over, Besta Pizza, and the accusations of pedophilia. Now, this is where things start to get strange when you research this story. Now, to begin, I need to show you a 2007 unclassified FBI document. That document, according to the FBI, contains commonly used symbols by pedophiles to express their preference in children. I want you to see the images here. These are the images. Notice this one on the end, the triangle. That image signifies something called boy love. The pizza place next door to Comet Pizza, Besta Pizza, well, to express their preference in children. I want you to see the images here. These are the images. Notice this one on the end, the triangle. That image signifies something called boy love. The place next door to Comet Pizza, Besta Pizza, well, this was their logo until only weeks ago. Clearly, you can see that the Besta logo actually contains the same image, I'm going to show you again, as that boy lover image. Interestingly, after Pizzagate investigators pointed this out, Besta Pizza changed their logo, and there it is now. They removed the triangle. Also, Comet Ping Pong, owned by Alphantis, is the place where a number of performance artists perform regularly. 2 of the groups that perform there, who you can see advertised, by the way, on this Comet Ping Pong poster, include a group called Heavy Breathing and another group called Sex Stains. Well, if you check out the YouTube videos by these bands, Heavy Breathing has songs that joke about pedophilia, and the band Sex Stains has a video that includes, right there, that same boy lover symbol. It's nearly identical to the one that the FBI does say is a pedophile code symbol for boy love. As I said, there are some strange things there. As for the owner of the pizza place, James Alphantis, well, he was one time in a relationship with David Brock, who ran Media Matters for America. Well, since Pizzagate began to blow up online, he has made his Instagram profile, Jimmy Comet, private. But an archived search of Instagram reveals a number of strange photographs and words with strange
disturbing images associated with them. Look, to the point where we can't show you those pictures. We're not even going to
Folks,
describe
this was from all the way back in 2016. Great Big Swan, who was fired for this and actually experienced a lot of upheaval in his own life because of covering that information. It's now been confirmed by
Ben Swan is
much
the
of
shit.
Jeffrey
Love
Epstein
Ben Swan.
release that we have as of Friday.
You,
the whole
Ben.
time. This has been true the whole time.
That's a badass
And yes, it's been
motherfucker.
the Democrats the whole time.
If Ben Swan comes back as an independent, he'll be fucking rich.
And for the last 10 years, the Democrats have been portraying the very concept of elite pedophilia as a theory that was dangerous to consider. They suddenly decided when Trump started balking at Epstein, they're like, oh, let's double down. Let's actually pay attention to this now. And it's blowing up in their faces because they're still the ones involved in all of it. Folks.
Knives. I don't love knives. They've finally gotten all the knives that were sold out back in. Really nice flip knives. I mean, are absolutely amazing. Look really easy. The box as far as murdered out. Got my full signature on. It's great. It's a great moment. It's a great gift for your family and operation. And it's off right now at AlexJonesStore.com. While you're there, it's blue.
What do you got there? Angel Eyes.
It's the new patron silver folding knife from AlexJonesStore.com.
Hey, Blondie, look at me. I got all three.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Alex Jones Show, your host Harrison Smith, the War Room. So I'm going to be hosting the Alex Jones Show for the next couple days. But of course, Alex cannot stay away. We literally are trying to force him to relax for his own health. And it just is a fact of reality. I don't know why it is. The universe pays attention to whether or not I'm hosting the Alex Jones Show. I swear this is true. Occurred while I happen to be behind this desk. Like Alex never goes on vacation, never takes a break. Never finds people are like, Alex, you gotta take a couple days off. It's like
shit happens.
It's crazy.
Oh, there you go.
It's crazy. I was there all the assassination of Charlie Kirk. I happened to be behind the desk with that. And I happened to schedule the show for the next couple days. And Jeffrey Epstein documents get released in a real powerful, full-fledged kind of way. I don't know what that means, but the universe wants it, or we deny the universe its prize. But obviously, Alex Jones is not sitting on somewhere much involved in research and filing reports on a continual basis, and we'll continue to file reports to make sure you're following him at Real Alex Jones and play them as they come in. Because this is the Super Bowl for conspiracy theorists. This is Joe the dog pulling back the curtain, all of the disturbing machinations behind the scenes that we always knew were going on, but hadn't put names or faces or times to precisely yet. So I'm just going to go through some of the more incredible pieces of information that have been discovered, although it is a continual thing. Every time I refresh X, there's like 10 more samples of things that this guy was involved in. And you might be thinking, like, how is this guy giving parenting advice to the royal family while he's conspiring with the Rothschilds to overthrow Ukraine, while he's helping Israel do weapons deals in Moscow? It's like, who is this guy? How did he get all these positions? And it's like, well, he's a spy, right? James Bond holds a bunch of different positions too. He has one position, he's a spy, but every time he goes on a new mission, he's given some new cover story. So if you followed James Bond's emails, you'd be like, what the hell? This guy's a climate change guy, he's a poker player. Who is this Yeah, he's a spy. He's a spy that wears whatever hat necessary to manipulate whoever his target is. That's who this guy is. He's a spy and he's a mafia member. And I went through this like a month ago when something else about Epstein had come out. Where again, people were asking who was this guy. Well, who's Tony Soprano? Is Tony Soprano really a waste management specialist? No, not really. How do you get a mansion in the hills as a waste management specialist? No, that's what people treat Epstein. It's like actually kind of funny when people are like, well, you're a genius financier, you're this genius mathematical numbers guy. What's the answer? He's like, well, I don't really know. It's like he's not. He's not. He's not a genius. He's become a billionaire. How smart he is. He was placed in that position because of his family is, because of the connections that he had. Because he had a certain set of skills that they could use. By the way, he was recruited by Bill Barr's father, Donald Barr, while he was working at the school, hired him with no experience, fed pipeline of international spy ring, and then decades later, the recruiter's son, Bill Barr, is in charge of prosecuting the guy who ends up being murdered while in custody. This is the way it works. This is just the way it works. So again, if you were to ask, like, what does Tony Soprano do? What does whatever a member of the Corleone family do? It's like, well, they go around setting things up, making deals, getting agreements, threatening people, blackmailing people, collecting blackmail, serving, delivering payments, collecting payments, transferring money. That's what he does. He does whatever he needs to do for his cabal, for his mafia. That's the way to understand this. So it's not confusing. All of these things are happening. The whole point of his existence was to be a social manager, was to go out and meet as many people as possible, and to ingratiate himself with them by A, providing them money, providing them girls, or C, playing the role that they want him to play. So it's not that confusing, but it explains why he's got his fingers in all these different pies. And this is also one of the things that makes intelligence operate, is access to secrets, and the desire and the thrill that comes with that, and the power that people feel when they have secrets and share it with each other, and doing so they bolster their position as superior to everybody who's blind to the secrets that they know. And I say that because there's one example in these emails of something that I can't exactly say why they're discussing this, other than wanting to know the inside story of the resignation of Pope Benedict from Carlos E. Perez at Intuit Machine on X. The Epstein files have a lot more behind the scenes scandals than just what happened on the island. Here's former U.S. Secretary of the Treasury revealing to Epstein why Pope Benedict may have vacated his papacy. Now, he's got that wrong, actually. This is from Jeffrey Epstein to Larry Summers. So this is apparently Epstein, subject response to your question last week, sending this to Larry Summers, the guy who, by the way, is now the head of ChatGPT. The most important change in the Vatican may not be Pope Benedict's the 16th sudden retirement, but the change in leadership of the Institute for Works of Religion, Vatican's bank. Because of the Vatican's status as a sovereign country, it's exempt from transparency rules of not only Italy, but of the European Union. This status allows elite clients to evade any scrutiny in their money transfers. Last May, Vatican Bank President Ettore Tedeschi was fired after Italian authorities opened an investigation into far-flung bribery schemes in which he allegedly was involved. Then, 47 dossiers, including
These satanic commies want to take our guns and eat our babies. It's time for Christians to fuck back extremely hard.
material about internal were found in the search of his home. They had instructions how they were achieved in case something happened to him. Tedeschi's intercepted calls further reveal his concern was that he was assassinated Vatican secrets. By late 2012, he was cooperating with ongoing Italian investigation. It was at this point that the all-powerful College of Cardinals, in one of the last acts of
They want to take your gun and eat your baby.
So that it was this scandal and the possibility of secret money transfers to the Vatican.
Since it made it out of the womb and doesn't have a vaccine.
That were the reason that he resigned in the first place. Former Treasury Secretary and economist Larry Summers resigned from the board of directors of ChatGPT maker OpenAI in November 2025. His resignation involved the release of emails linking to financier Jeffrey Epstein, which also prompted a review by Harvard University. But we said at the time, I did a report at the time that the OpenAI takeover happened, that it was orchestrated by much larger forces, and that Larry Summers, who has been a well-known kingpin in this mafia for a long time, happened to be the one to benefit the most at the end of it all. Not exactly a surprise, and of course Epstein was tied in with him. Just also utterly insane. Ghislaine Maxwell is an absolute psychopath. This is from a discussion about how she wanted to make people's breasts, but didn't know how to do it, and actually poured like scalding hot material on them and getting second burns. Like, didn't care. Did not notice or pay attention to the scars she had because of this. And yeah, these people are ruthless. They're brutal. And they don't care about their victims. They are psychopaths. That's why they're recruited for this type of thing. Because of this. And these people are ruthless. They're brutal. And they don't care about their victims. They are psychopaths. That's why they're recruited for this type of thing. Quote, definitely not involved in statecraft and negotiations. Epstein. I said sarcastically, of course. This is from Epstein to an unknown person. Yes, one of the most complex negotiations. There are very strange. Someone buy fighters, but with the fighter money, some must be for specific third-party items. I will buy your P for 10K, but with 2 of the 10, you have to buy me food. And to make matters worse, I need to borrow the 10 from you. In response to understand offset agreements, I got asked to be involved in negotiating some of the deals between Brazil and other countries in regards to the purchase of new fighter jets. So he's involved in the purchase of fighter jets. And I guess negotiating sex in exchange. I don't know. This whole thing is just sordid. I think sordid would be the word that I put on everything we're finding out. As you probably know, I represent the Rothschilds. Meanwhile, conservative influencers. Stop blaming the rest of the Rothschilds. That's Nick Fuentes. I don't know. I don't get Nick's take on Epstein. It's kind of weird.
It's based on the fact that supposedly all of Epstein's victims for the massage service side of it. Yeah, hold up. Yeah, because hold up. Nick hasn't fucking mentioned the baby eating. What about the fucking baby eating, Nick? You gonna bring that up tomorrow? But as far as the massage service side of it goes, apparently all the girls were over 14, which means they're pubescent, post-pubescent. And so it's technically not pedophilia in his opinion. But in the eyes of the Catholic. But they also ass fuck. And they think they're maintaining their virginity.
I don't know. I don't get it. But I don't know.
And they themselves simulate cannibalism, eating the body of our Lord and Savior, no less, with their fucking wine and cracker. Or their grape juice and cracker. Who gives a fuck? I don't give a fuck what you call it. Do you think communion with our Lord is taking a little fucking piece of a cracker out of some nasty fingers and putting your fucking lips on some shit that 1,000 other people just put their fucking lips on? No. Nah. You're out your mind, dumbass. Get baptized and know that you are the temple.
A podcast we'll call C-Town, by Stavros Halkias and Mullen. And when the Epstein scandal first happened, Epstein himself, they went on and on about this. And for some reason, I need to find the actual thing.
Get baptized and keep him with you at all times. Fuck somebody else's church.
Show, and he's saying, I just can't wait for the day when not only accept Jeffrey Epstein pedophile network exists, but the wider American public understands it as a good thing. And to maintain control. And obviously, but in a way, it's almost like going there, where it's like kind of like how people now and go, Weinstein running a full-fledged sex ring for a simple line out of at least they girls are good to look at. Now it's okay. The rape was a thing, necessary thing. It's obviously not, but kind of acceptance. I don't know. The whole thing. So as I said, from Jeffrey to, as you probably know, I represent Rothschilds. I was proud of world best client list in the world, products, good luck in China. I'll be back in Europe in 2028. I want to come around the west, come to the island, or like to Saudi. She will respond, certainly not in Saudi. I think I will decade or so. Should be back in the East Coast April, May, sometime on island.
On island. Teal's going to the island.
Have
JD Vance.
I represent Rothschilds.
JD Vance's hero said he'll meet him on the island.
I represent the Rothschilds. That's probably what the boss was. That was referenced. Jeffrey Epstein people were discussing plans to stabilize Iraq, Iran, Syria, Palestine, Lebanon.
Hey, Rothschild, you're fucked.
More of a mess. There's lots of bad guys on the side. I keep hearing for a quote personality argument. Imagine that's what Obama wanted. Iraq, Iran, Palestine, Lebanon have to strategy to which Teal responds. The personality argument was on making sure the U.S. gets less involved with the rest of the world. I think that's the quote plan. But more of a mess, just lots of bad guys on different sides. The less we will. 2014.
You're right.
Epstein had a Supreme Court justice and a message to Steve Bannon. He said, Starr talked to Cruz, Cotton for Kavanaugh. Cruz, Tom Cotton, referring to Brett Kavanaugh, Supreme Court justice. I'm Starr is.
He talked to Ted Cruz and Tom Cotton about Brett Kavanaugh. I always knew both of those guys were bitches.
Starr, former Solicitor General of the United States, dated July 4, 2018. Trump formally announced Kavanaugh July 9, 2018. Involvement with the push Kavanaugh on Trump. Question. See other emails from other people involved, like Larry Ellison, about how Blair and Marco should be teamed up together because
they were perfectly groomed by Israel. Get Rubio the fuck away from my president. And keep J.D. Vance away from him, too.
Such work so hard for their shared interests. There's a lot in the Epstein files about Marco Rubio, including claims that he was the original funder of the Steele dossier, which I find very interesting. We'll get to that a little bit later. There's also a very bizarre claim about providing.
Do you think Rubio gasps for air and gags with a lisp, just like how he talks with a lisp? Do you think while he's hanging publicly from his neck until he dies, will we hear a lisp? Again, does Marco Rubio have a lisp as he's dying from hanging by his neck in public? Will we detect a lisp in any of those sounds? Or will he try not to go out like that?
Kinds of blood that
Somebody needed pints warm
highlighted by at LDS Church was involved in that small group. Epstein and Joshua, BlackRock CEO, Larry Fink's son, emailed each other. I mean, some of these emails.
That's at Utah. That
I sure hope from like pre girls, because that's how they're written. I mean, creepy emails that are just like, I gave you my body, you know, whatever. And if it's a
where the Jews and the Mormons meet, Utah. More than that, where the Rothschilds, the communists, the Jews and the Mormons meet, Utah. I think Charlie taught us that. What do you think the Mormons are going to do when we straighten out Utah? I look forward to it.
like heartbreaking, like poor girl, the lies of the billionaire that was like, oh, you're amazing, my wife, like all this stuff, and she shrunk out to a whore, and she like thought it was something. And that's sort of like devastating heartbreak. But the same stuff being said by like adult the whole.
What do you think the morons are going to do when we straighten out Utah? You think the morons are going to beat the U.S. government this time? You'd have to be fucking shitting yourself. You pussy faggot dyke tranny spit kike sand nigger chink bitch honky cracker nigger globalist vampire gook wetback. You'd have to be fucking shitting yourself.
Hell. Suggesting. Are. But in this is one of the Goyim. You asked me to violate a basic condition of mine and have an abortion. Mother said your best interest if I did. You now ask why that is the high holy days. It's simple trade like the Goyim you do not respect. After the holiday, share a meal, no sex, none. I love my 13. And it's not too late. That sounds like a girl writing that. Like Joshua Fink. I
Larry Fink's brother.
On out. Exactly. But it reminds me of one. I want to talk about sort of the racial privacy aspect of this.
That's a question Ezra Levant, the savant, forgot to ask. Oh my goodness. He forgot to ask what the fuck is his name? Larry Fink. Yeah, that's right. The savant Ezra Levant forgot to ask Larry Fink in Davos, what's your brother's connection with Epstein?
Which thankfully, because of hatred of white people that's been mainstream over the last 2 years, how to talk about this. Find articles like the that are like how to talk to white people about the uncomfortable topic of white supremacy. Like that accept this and okay. It's like all right, that same strategy might feel like you're being attacked. You're not. I them played up and it's propagandized. The average person today anybody else, despite their claims of superiority or whatever else. These people are scum less. So don't have to protect the Jewish people by standing up and stopping the Jeffrey Epstein up across. So that's crazy. But that I like to play every while. It's called hopscotch. Jeffrey Epstein hop around. Click on what you find very rapidly is that just about everybody in the American government are the sons or daughters of powerful in the American government. And that they all are a whole bunch of other extremely powerful people. And it's not a coincidence. It's not a shouldn't be surprised. Dealing with here, yes, it's a mafia, yes, it's an ethnic superiority. Impose control on other groups because of their genetic or divine superiority, whatever it is. And you have that aspect of it.
Peace and fruit.
Talk about that. We figure out how to do that.
You can get rewarded for that.
Time
You've earned a piece.
we average Jewish person on our side. Especially, start with something like the framework. We have documents in here where Jeffrey child there's a lot of opportunity for us. Victoria Newland, her husband is. Go check out Anthony. Stepdad was very quickly arrived. Maxwell. Yeah, find out who by a triple agent MI6 MI6
Oh,
says in part, yeah, it's in part.
Not the CIA, not a quadruple agent.
Or ethnic supremacy type of thing, and it's in part a form of to be son or daughter of somebody established in this network. Lord Soros son, the role as the new prince, and all loyalty transferred. So sometimes it's direct, but usually it's more of a people with a lot of kids, a lot of power, best university, and so you have a big pool of people to choose from, and you slot them in positions where they're needed at any certain time. So it's a form of like shadow black nobility, but a meritocratic element to it. That you're not automatically, but you are a candidate that they'll choose from. That's the way this operates. Play a little hopscotch, hop around, figure out who's related, and it all becomes rather unavoidable. More on the other side, we're going to finish out getting to all of the horrifying stuff. So don't go anywhere, folks. It's the Alex Jones Show. I'm going to return.
Entire world, fourth turning and the greatest quickening are 10,000 years of recorded history. You know you're in a war, right? And it's a declared war. They almost declared war on TV, man. On the God that made us. Not incredible. It's not heroic. It's not like this. It's survival. It's the priority. It's the real world. It's the crossroads of destiny right now. Right now. And I see a bunch of other people not realizing how desperate the situation is. We need maximum urgency. We're up against the most evil people the world ever seen. Don't you understand that? I don't want anybody to be physically violent. I want you to kill with truth. Kill with your will. Kill their lives. Now, this product is incredible. It's from our sponsor, Billy, at the AlexJonesStore.com.
That'd be funny if you said, kill their lives with this trench knife.
Come up, love the green powder. The very best out there. The optimal human called Mind. A super healthy, super strong, tropic, adaptive.
Dual wield these trench knives and kill their lives.
Which doesn't make you sick, doesn't have a letdown. It's incredible. Not just a few bottles. Bottles are in there. And I only drink about half a bottle a day. It's so strong. Look at that right there, ladies and gentlemen. So that's what comes in the box of this. And it's simply amazing. Awesome. Mind fuel here. This caffeine-free shot is designed for clear thinking, steady focus, and zero compromise. It's time to abandon sugar drinks and stimulant heavy formulas in favor of clean, functional, nootropic-based energy. No calories, sugar-free, no crash, no sugar spike. Without caffeine formula, smooth energy, ideal for caffeine-sensitive users and late-day use. It's also got all these other incredible compounds like citatoline, alpha, GPC, GABA, supports mental clarity and focus. It appeals to both biohackers and holistic consumers. High-quality electrolytes and vitamins. More than a brain shot, true functional fuel, optimal human nootropic mind fuel. That's the name of the product. Isn't just another energy product. It's a smart alternative for consumers who demand clarity, control, and clean performance without compromise. Get 25% off for life. When you become a subscriber, usually tap for free. Get mind fuel now at thealexjonesstore.com. And if you tried the original superfood greens, optimal human, you really want to get this as well. It's the best green food I've ever had at the Alex Jones Store. Gold and silver, strongest. It's Alex.
Mind and body today.
A frontal assault on the lies of the new order. It's Alex.
Got to know that.
Strong.
filed another that we'll go to. We have some more videos to go to, but I mean, there's just so much. There's so much files. Now, we'll keep trudging along here. And more stories discussed. I mean, talk of torture videos. In fact, maybe I will go to some people have cross-referenced on emails and found they know Jeffrey Epstein about torture videos with. And, well, it's exactly that. I guess you could say. Let's talk about this. But 100 on X. I feel like clarified. The Epstein files are not about Jewish people. It's about a specific power network tied together by money institution. That network is background, but it's not about fake. Communities are not responsible for crimes of power. Remember that. And by the way, accountability requires power, not protect users or silent survivors. It's not the Jews. Yeah. I don't do that at all. Because it's exactly how you treat ethnic mafia. Replace Italian or Catholic, and it's perfect as well, right? No, it's not the entire. Outside the community, not ethnically organized. Because obviously, the motivations of people in these groups are ethnic supremacy. I'm not speculate or project. It's about because it really is it's a slur that humanize anybody that's not Jewish. Like that white racist word from now on. So right, obviously this doesn't land on but I will say the pressure should be on the just like the pressure on the white community about white supremacists. It's on the Jewish community about to call it out and denounce it. Why would you, right? Has been trained to respond to have to be anti-Semitic and have to fight back against it. Not that people have, but some sort of anti-Semitic canard in that, by talking about Jeffrey somehow attacking the average person, you have to stand up for yourself. In reality, you're being tricked into standing up for criminal rapists. Okay, don't fall for that, please. But almost the biggest thing out of all of this is the number of people sort of realizing that this is an aspect of the modern diaspora. People search trend for the word just like goes straight up. So a lot of people are finding out about this word for the first time about that it represents. It's not necessarily like a well kept secret exactly. There's a reality TV show of kids that broadcast on where his car breaks down and the son is asking him, no, that was published on TV. Like, that's kind of weird. Work on cars. That's cars, we buy the cars. We know how to work on them. We love such work. That's the mindset that comes across.
Little bitch Gene. Little Simmons puss.
Mindset that comes across quite a bit. Better sent. Just a second, but I want to go to a report from Alex Jones about the Epstein file. Find out the real skin of sort of a shadow.
Be nice to her.
How I feel about it. It's like
Don't restrict.
the way I often put it, stars, but now we need to draw the line between constellation. You can always data points, but these help are helping us to draw the lines that connect them to a full fleshed out picture, not just a scattered plot of information. Here's how it's talking about someone discovered in the Epstein document release.
Come on, Bella.
I've been watching Harrison Watt do a great job through all these incredible Epstein files. I'm just still at the point that out of everything, this really is devastating the British crown and Israel. It was definitely not this. We know that. Iraq, it looked very similar. Really for a country and using these black belt ranks for control. So was the CIA, so was MI6. But this is a big deal. So said, oh, this is coming up. Trump didn't strike Iran. And so Israel blackmailing him. No, it's Iran's from. And he exposed the CIA, Mossad, MI6. So this is a huge, the raid on Georgia and you see all their action. Trump's action, he's taking action now. Not yet since the gas heating operation as he does. And it's all Democrats. It's so crazy. Don't forget we post reports. So there's like, yeah, there's 7 others, one of the pieces coming. It's really great. I have a lot of fun with this. So that's the FBS falls. That's kids. I mean, just do not let them distract away from that. This is so Democrats. Said Trump's acting like he doesn't want out, so they put word to come out. I was like, oh, that sounds crazy. I gotta say, that. I mean, this is just nuts. This is crazy. They're so dangerous right now. They're gonna strike back. So you're talking about what's their next move?
That's so funny. That's exactly what I was just thinking as you talking about this. It's good. And there's so much to get through. I mean, that may have been the strategy. Like, we never dump it all because it's so overwhelming. It might have been worse if we just gotten it in little chunks because and they blasted everything. And so, right, part of me wants to like delve in and talk about all this. The other part of me goes, all right, what am I distracting from? And there's funny possibilities. Like I saw a thing today. Donald Trump is preparing to do the disclosure about aliens with us. And it's like, guys, not right now. Guys, no, not right now. Save it for a little while. If it's a real disclosure, if they really do want to disclose aliens, don't do it right now. Do it right now. No one's going to believe you because it's obvious you're trying to distract from information about the control structure dumped on our laps. Now's not the time. So we'll try to distract from that. But it's like, this is so much information. And it's all come out at once. And like I said, there's some pretty crazy results from this already. There are national politicians in places like Slovakia who have resigned because they're in this. They're in these. Larry Summers, of course, had to resign from OpenAI and Harvard because of the Epstein documents. Apparently, he has fled the U.S. because the Epstein documents. So, typically, I would be concerned about some major false flag attack to prevent this release. Now that it's been released, I think the bad guys are on their back foot. I think they don't know what to do at this point. And they're scrambling behind the scenes, probably trying to cover their own butt. survive. So I think this is a major offensive blow against the order. I mean, it has been. It has been. Because we know a lot of this stuff in general for a decade or more, multiple decades at this point, since he was first arrested in 2005. InfoWars now reporting on in 2005. We've known about this forever, but a lot of people know for the first time. Just because you're learning all this for the first time doesn't mean it's all happening for the first time. That's how a lot of people respond. It's if all of this is happening right now and they're like tearing their hair out, like, how did I absorb it, internalize it, understand better world run by pedophiles? Forever. I'm telling you this forever. Now I still am able to live my life. I'm able to have a life. I go out and have fun. This is not black pill depression. Don't let it black pill depression. Follow me, understand, blaze the trail. We have paths to understand this, accept it, and then continue fighting back against this. This revolution is only possible because of the work that Alex Jones and InfoWars did. And I'm not just saying that to pump ourselves up. I'm saying that because our enemies say that. Why did they come out like they did? Don't listen to me. Listen to the people that testified under oath in the trial against us, who said over and over again that it was our impact on anybody else. The exact thing they said, Glenn Beck and Rush Limbaugh combined didn't have
Hilarious.
Trump elected, which kicked off the domino effect that eventually resulted in Jeffrey Epstein. So if you're learning about welcome to the party, we understand the world run by the most sickening people that you've ever seen. Let that makes another part of this. Very well be a revelation of the method to nerve people to accept it. Why they control everything. Whatever the purpose of this, whether the outcome is or not, you know they want you demoralized. You know they want you helpless. So don't let this information contribute to that feeling. They've been exposed. They are on the run. They're scrambling. In some cases, they're literally on the run. They're so we have now the offense. Don't let the revelation of all this feel like you lost. That is mindset. So from AF post, probably one of the most popular examples of this type of post. From AF post, Epstein, first derogatory remarks against Goyam by Epstein, Josh, in a 2012 email. Just like the Goyam do not respect, said Epstein. Yeah, if that's Epstein writing that, that's hell. Like, I learned my study classes by 13. Never too late. Like, all right, either the teenage princess that wrote this, which I feel bad for her, and I'm not laughing at her, but if that was Jeffrey Epstein saying that, he's more messed up than we knew. Regardless, this was being shared. In addition of the post, also appears in the files, quoting former Sephardic chief rabbi Ovadia Yosef as saying, "Goyim were only born. It does not matter what Goyim say. What matters." The document also includes a discussion of the halakhic rulings concerning killing Gentiles by Jews, and this was in the file and those words that you hear in the files. And again, we're seeing people that have sort of avoided this topic for a long time actually address it here. Best followers on Twitter ever says the racism Jeffrey Epstein had for white people is evident throughout his emails. That won't get reported on much, but search Goy. It's not should be called out. Absolutely. Jack Posobiec. There's tons of white hatred more whites and females, going them all over, clear that Epstein had no qualm with fleecing whites financially as well as young girls. Now, this, I think, is more prominent and pertinent is because we're operating in total contradiction to basic Catholic teachings. However, on a lot of rabbis will tell you exactly what Old Testament or the Talmud tells you how to behave. Because at a time we were surrounded by barbarians and had to survive for long enough to for the Messiah, Jesus Christ.
You feel me?
Yeah, this is well, we go to that video. Let's go to that video. But one of the popular political streamer on Twitch, probably popular now that got that.
That's why anybody who's Jewish now is fake. All the real fucking Jews converted to Christianity after the Messiah arrived.
Just got banned on Twitch. What a terrible time to be banned on Twitch. But now this is Asriel, probably number one streamer on Twitch after stuff.
We're born to only serve us. He said in the 2010 sermon. This is insane.
Fuck Rothschild, Hitler, Israel. Rothschild, Hitler, Israel. Fuck it.
Not that insane.
There's actually a nation of Jerusalem. Israel doesn't exist. There's a nation of Jerusalem. I believe there's a nation of Palestine and a nation of Jerusalem. Or it's just, I think it's just Jerusalem. There is no Israel or Palestine. It's just Jerusalem. Yeah, that's what it is. And it wasn't 2,000 years ago. It was 200 years ago. 200 years ago, the nation of Jerusalem. Anybody want to talk about that? And how our world map, how our map of the world had Jesus on the cross at the center in Jerusalem? What about that one, boys? Look up flags of nations. Older flags of nations. Hand drawn. There's China. There's Cochin, China. There's Persia. There's Tartary. There's Caucasia. There's Barbaria. There's U.S. of Colombia. Oh, yeah. And China's flag is yellow with blue embroidery and a griffin in the center. That's like a flying lion. It's either a dragon or a griffin. Tartary's flag is very similar, by the way. Is that what Russia was back then?
demonize the people there, usually on the basis of race. So it's not really like a code. Some people are incredibly evil things. Well, they have to justify it by saying, well, we're the superior race for foreign service. So it's not actually bad. Just like about how they, that's their purpose, right? That's for.
I was sincerely thanking the pig while I was eating some pork steak earlier.
And it's about stuff. In the lobby, I don't do that. I'm like these other people. I'm like, that's their mindset. And I'm not projecting that on. That's outweigh. Like, how do you think they make business decisions? How do you think they operate?
Yeah, to get you to go back.
It should be like one of the scandals out there, and it should be that is most vociferously mindset and out from society. In the exact same way that would happen if it was suddenly discovered a giant tranche of I don't know. It's the lobby. I'm not a blank. It's like, whoa, dude. No, that's not okay. Like that in private. That just like that. I could be difficult. We've been through this before with white people. A woman named Masha tells us she tested smart. She told Epstein 98% smart. Victim Maria Farmer and said Epstein and Ghislaine would often talk of their superiority to quote unquote Gentiles. And they're talking about doing 23 genetic tests to determine who's Jewish. So, it's not a matter of religion.
It's not Jewish. We Americans are the real Jews. We Christian Americans are what God's chosen people are. I think they're talking about reptile. I think their term Jew is code for reptoid, reptilian, reptile. Right? Wouldn't you agree? Wouldn't you agree? Jeffrey Epstein's a reptile. They share Antarctica with the Nazis.
Right? It's not a matter of conversion. It's not a matter of genetics. So race is purest form. Non-Jewish people like Madonna in the files, she apparently was on TV.
I'm not going to stop.
And others are mocking her. But she's not. She's still a poem.
Please.
So it doesn't matter. But it's the bloodline thing. Just like the mom. Just like just so we understand here. And once again, I say our Jewish person is sort of prick up. Calm down. Calm down. That's why you have a bunch of stuff. They have to. You don't have to. Just like my Cernovich. He's Jewish. He's wrong guy to denounce. It's actually not that hard to denounce. I denounce white supremacy, denounce Jewish supremacy, and we can come together as Americans. Don't think that this reflects on you unless you reflect on you. Okay? Just want to clarify that. I wouldn't believe like a tenth of what I got to today, of what I have to do. I'm going to bring all this back tomorrow. I've got videos that are not going to, crazy, and we're going to just hit the ground running with this tomorrow and probably the next day, probably after that. So a lot more to review. I've given how we can think about this. But I once again want to emphasize that none of us are force. None of it is surprising. Change the way I think about any of this. And I can play videos from 5 years ago talking about Jeffrey Epstein, showing that we understood all of this already. And having knowledge as a part of our data bank for the last 20 years. So people that are just understanding this, just coming to terms with what is being revealed, and think, oh my God, like come up with a plan to solve this. No. The revelation of these documents is proof that our plan is working. It's proof that our strategy is the right one and has tangible, effective, monumental, and devastating results against the New World Order. So if you want to know how to fight this, InfoWars is showing you the blueprint, and we continue to fight this with absolutely everything we've got. All you have to do is go to thealexjonesstore.com, support us, get yourself a new knife, get yourself some of the energy drinks, the Mind Fuel from Optimal Human, one of my favorites. We have to hide it in the office because everybody tries to drink it because they're so good and powerful. Mind Fuel, thealexjonesstore.com. We've got the smelling salts. We've got a variety of new knives on massive discount. Great gifts. thealexjonesstore.com today. And I leave you with a final word from Alex Jones.
I was the first to start covering the Epstein Mossad MI6 blackmailing operation. And implementing it. That is down. Mass blackmail. Sociopathic predators. Hate. And it's forced us to come out. They can only operate in the secret before the shadows. That was their power and that was. That's what all of you that supported, all of you that have supported the info over the years. This victory is your victory. This is our victory. This victory belongs to people of humanity. Not just Americans, but around the world. So I salute you all. Thanks for your support. Bring us together. We've got more big news to bring. We'll always be ahead of the curve. More news today. We'll always tell the truth. Never sell out. Never give in. Never back down. But I couldn't give out. Without your support. I salute you all. Answer 1946. I'm here to announce a new, extremely exciting product at thealexjonesstore.com, and that's Mind Fuel, brought to you by the same folks that developed Optimal Human. Optimal Human. All of our sponsors come out with a nootropic energy shot that doesn't have any letdown, but gives you clean energy. This stuff is so strong, though. I take half a shot in the morning, a shot, and another half. But again, you can still sleep on it because it's not traditional stimulant. So if you love Optimal Human, the strongest, best, super nutrient packed green drink out there, available right now, thealexjonesstore.com, you're going to love Mind Fuel. When I go research these for yourself, and then know when you find out how great they are, we have the very best and the very strongest in this product, Mind Fuel, available right now at thealexjonesstore.com. Nootropic Mind Fuel is here. This clean, caffeine-free energy shot is designed for clear thinking, steady focus, and zero compromise. It's time to abandon sugary energy drinks and stimulant-heavy formulas in favor of clean, functional, nootropic-based energy. Zero calories, sugar-free, benefit, no crash, no blood sugar spike. Advantage can be used daily without guilt, and it's good for your whole body, not just your brain. Caffeine-free formula, smooth, clean energy. Advantage, ideal for caffeine-sensitive users and late-day use. Nootropic Alpha GPC, Citricoli, DMAE, GABA. Benefit supports mental clarity, focus, advantage. Competes with premium brain formulas in a convenient shot. And the best part is, it's an adaptogenic and herbal proprietary blend. Balanced, grounded energy. Advantage. Appeals to both biohackers and holistic consumers. And then it's got high lines and a spectrum of high quality bees. If you love our other products, thealexjonesstore.com, you're going to love Mind Fuel. And if you haven't tried our Ultra Methylene Blue, or our Shilajit, or our Sea Moss, or my colostrum, you're crazy. These are all incredible products. Get your Mind Fuel now at thealexjonesstore.com. Help keep us up here on Powering Your Life. Tomorrow it is
Logan, what do you have to do?
2006 recently. Jeffrey for 7 people. They're going to love it. The love. It's going to be so great. They've been talking about children torturing them. This is confirmed real stuff. And you also have Mondami as a child at parties with them. All the rest of it. This is going to be an absolutely massive transmission. Today, we've got all the documents myself. Harrison Smith, stay with us for this. And share the live feed right now. Everyone shows up next. The Alex Jones Show. Infowars.com/show and tell folks about the Amet station you're listening to. This is a story. It's a huge victory that we forced all this out bipartisanly. And now it's all coming out. Trump's been vindicated. He's not in there in any real stuff. So why did he do this? Now he's saying, look, I'm vindicated. Because they lied to him and said, national security don't release it. For these people, indictments. Now, that's the next phase. People demand it. The main transmission starts now. Share those live feeds. You are the Paul Revere's. Humanity's winning. Turn the tide. We're winning the battle. This is ultra massive businesses I've covered in 32 years on air. You're the Paul Revere's. Share the live feeds now.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the bottom of the rabbit hole. It's Alex Jones Show, Infowars.com, and Video. Share those links, folks. You're not going to want to miss this broadcast. We got a lot of reports that Alex Jones has filed. I'm sitting in the studio. I'll throw to him and pitch to him. Wild. It was 48 hours. Epstein filed last Friday. 3 documents. And I have to admit, I didn't ever get this tranche. I've been saying I don't think it's ever going to happen. I never thought this was going to happen. I never thought that the level of exposure that the files absolutely discussed are absolutely mind-blowing. Now, of course, if you're an InfoWars viewer, it's not all that explosive. You know a lot of things already. We've had these sort of black and white images for a long time. Now we're getting color still. We're getting exactly how we talked to.
No.
The way that the human intelligence network has developed since we were first covering the story. InfoWars was covering this story back in 2006 when it first broke. The only one talking about it, Alex Jones, the only people actually pick up on the Jeffrey Epstein story and start talking about it 20 years ago. And for decades, they've gone out of their way to discredit the entire concept of pedophilia, let alone more extreme examples like cannibalism, murder for fun, hunting parties, prey. I mean, that type of stuff is actually discussed in Jeffrey Epstein emails in ways that we never expected. And on X, on social media, and coming up with their own conclusions. I'm going to explain how you can get involved in this, how you can invest. So much coming out on a go search certain keywords or find certain code words that open up entire understanding as to how this operates. So we're going to do this as much as possible in our 2 hours here. I over 50 stories, just crazy examples of revelation. Back after a short 90-second break, Alex Jones has filed a report about Jeffrey Epstein and a lot of the suspicious activity around AlexJones.com to support us in our down the transnational pedophile network.
Harrison, I'm so excited to talk to you.
It was 10 degrees last night. It's 20 degrees tonight. Maybe it's 30, actually. You could say it's 2 or 3 times warmer.
Uh, I've had the side the team of that way.
Isn't that amazing?
I don't need to anymore. Like,
Sorry. All the time.
I love it. I love you. I want to support everything.
Find out for yourself what effects these things will have.
County.
Plus Epstein files are devastating. It's got the smoking gun of human trafficking, sex slavery, torture. You name it. We're about to break it down right now. It is Sunday, February 1st, 2026. And I have had time to scan through much of the 3 million files and look at all the great research of human researchers and AI scanning of the files. And it is massive. It is so devastating. All right. Now, most of the Trump and the few things that are there, we'll look at it. We'll look at all of it. But this is bigger than Donald Trump. This is confirmed Epstein emails with top Democrats and others literally saying we're having a pizza party. We got one piece of pizza for 7 people. We may bring more pizza. And now they're glowing and empowering how great this pizza is going to be and the types of pizza it is. It's very similar to what is in the WikiLeaks documents that came out in 2016 that were confirmed to be John Podesta in upstate New York and a secluded farm with a hot tub and the 7, 9-year-old kids living for his pleasure and the Aleister Crowley rituals. That's all real. And this stuff is even crazy. They're torturing people. They're sexualized children. And they can't deny it. It's absolutely incredible. We're about to break it down right now. Now, globalist system, the intelligence agencies that have been running all of this, that's also come out in this data. Mossad, CIA, MI6, and others, they're going to try to spin this and make it all about Trump. If Trump was implicated in this Aleister Crowley stuff and sex magic, pedophilia, I'd be all over his ass. But that's not what's here. It's all Democrats. It's brokerage firm heads. It's billionaire Wall Street titans. It's the heads of Harvard and the head scientists at Harvard. I mean, it's unbelievable. And I posted on X dozens and dozens of these emails, and there's just more and more and more. And if we will hurt our children, we will make them a currency of evil, then we'll do anything. So I noticed that this stuff came out Friday. I started covering it. And talk about Bill Gates and trying to drug his wife. Secretly with antibiotics. He thought he'd gotten their disease. People are like, why aren't you covering Trump? Why aren't you covering Trump? All the stuff in there is Jane Does that were just proven to be false. The poll said they never saw Trump except at Mar-a-Lago. So Trump's problem was he got convinced that the administration tried to shut it down. But Trump came out last night and said, now that I've learned this came out, I'm glad I'm exonerated. Crap. I didn't see it myself, but I was told by some very important people that not only pissed a bunch of Republicans off that I'm telling the truth.
We'll probably sue Wolf on that.
My sources and the rest of it. I've been covering it before. Now, one camp I'm covering up for Trump, another camp, saying that just leave the Democrats alone. It's about the facts, folks. You have the Podestas, you have the Gates, you have all these Harvard heads, all these heads of their eyeballs at pizza parties with the slices of pizza where all the key code words they use. I mean, about the magnitude of the stuff you're reading on the screen. Or go to the actual data file that the released that we linked to the and shows on xfforward.com. I mean, incredible. So listen.
There you go.
Donald Trump. Go after Donald Trump. I something okay. But half the Democrats caught red. And anybody saying documents that are real, it's literally aiding and abetting these people. So I'm thinking the whole system. I'm the guy that coined the false left right paradigm. With Trump, he was more of a rebel. We had a chance to challenge that, and you've seen him come after him. He's far from perfect. But the whole world doesn't revolve around Donald Trump. So they don't look at this stuff that's they bullshit. If I find anything with Trump, I will go after him. Everybody knows that. All right. Also in the files are all these letters to Robert in the world, hands down. And Epstein talking about how great this is, again, to train us. It will accept turning boys into girls, girls into boys, which is real. Have a fake dolphin fin put on here. Accept designer babies, human cloning, everything. Which I told you 25 years ago was the plan. Because the Tavistock Institute, MI6 documents. That's how 2009 they're going to release a virus that's 6 feet apart.
Oh no! Guys, there's metal on it. Please don't swallow that. Please. Please don't eat the metal.
So I've exposed it.
Okay.
This stuff's about Epstein being in the club and hundreds of babies himself. I said all that. Peter Nygaard got convicted of all this. He was heavily involved with that as well. So
fuck.
Now we say, okay, the public forced the release of these documents. We put pressure on Trump, pressure on Congress. It got released. 3+ documents. 100,000 videos now prosecuted. Now Trump to prosecute everybody involved. And that means a hell of a lot of Democrats. So the media tried to stick Trump stepped right in the trap of going to cover up. It was an attack. Wow. Oh my God. The author email. Yeah, we know Trump's innocent. Epstein said he's innocent. So how do we put something up together? I see Trump has had advisors, people that are getting it's absolutely disgusting. So go ahead and get the documents more right now. The DOJ yourself. There's fake documents online. Where part of what I said it there's also the tip line set up that
where's the other hook at?
Bill Gates carbs. With the head of Harvard, the head scientist, all the rest of it. I mean, it's crazy. And we'll be covering it all at Infowars.com. Just so much more.
Why'd you do it?
God bless you all. Forcing all this out now. We need to force the prosecution. That's up to us. Look in the mirror. You got to take action. You got to get the word out. You got to get the top story. And all people say,
where's the other metal hook at?
All this confirmed stuff with sex slavery, it covers up Trump. No, it doesn't. Or covering up the pedophiles when you do that. You find something real on Trump, let's go after him. Bottom line, this is smoking gun of hardcore child abuse, torture, and Satanism on top of all the stuff that already came out. It's confirmed to be real. If the Justice Department doesn't out with this information, they're complicit. And on top of it, it's all
You eating the rest of my food is the least of it, I guess. You didn't swallow a metal hook, did you?
On Friday, files, 100,000 photos.
Where is it? Where's the metal hook at? Where's the metal hook at? It's okay. It's okay. Hey. Hey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry.
And then now they're coming up with emails and things about her at the island and all the rest of it. It's incredible. We know for a fact, and I posted reports on this earlier.
There are them. Stay down there at the start.
Talking about what the pizza at the party for 7 adults sounds glowing and beautiful and how wonderful it's going to be. Ties in the pedestrian, 3 little kids delivered to
Shit.
WikiLeaks. I mean, this is so crazy.
Where's the metal hooks
Now,
at?
folks are saying, is
Where's the metal hooks at?
the son of Epstein, hundreds of children?
Where's the third metal hook, bitch?
I first broke that 15 years ago. It's only been confirmed some other times since then. So this is crazy.
Oh, fuck.
It's all coming down like a house of cards. And the Democrats thought by pushing that was released somehow they would twist things in there that have been with no evidence about Trump. And somehow they would be using firestorm Bill Gates with getting Russian girls and Epstein trying to drug his wives. That's all.
Where's the third metal hook at?
The confirmed stuff is completely insane. Where does Mondami come from? Nowhere. Where does Macron come from? Nowhere. Keir Starmer was the 15-year judge over the nation of the UK that covered up all pedophilia and the Islamic grooming gangs, the Pakistani grooming gangs. This is how they control things. This is their currency. This is their code. This is what you got to do to be part of it.
I want to kill Mexican cartel terrorists. I'm going to kill you, cartel terrorist. I'm going to fucking fuck you up, bitch.